So those were our expectations. We don't have any. We set the bar nice and low.
Take your time. They're not doing anything to speed us up, all right?
Their mentality was, it happens all the time. I'm not used to winning. I can't believe that you think that with what we have, we can't win. Amor. Jugamos. Jugamos. ¿Cómo se dice jugamos en inglés? Mundo. What is this letter? W. What is this? Pearl. Mundo. To me, Spanish is beautiful. I've been speaking it for 20, 30 years, or I can't even remember. I'm getting that old, and that's kind of how I look at it. I don't feel like I'm teaching, or it's something I don't know. I don't even call this teaching. Somebody says you teach or whatever, and I tell people I don't really teach. These people give me this job where they pay me, and about every hour and a half, 30 people come in here and visit with me to talk about something I love. Okay. Piece of cake, isn't it? You got to hand write it though. I've been like the luckiest guy in the world when it comes to getting jobs, and I had been coaching basketball, like youth basketball, and when you start working in a school district, you're teaching, and I just started teaching Spanish, and that's my money. I'll tell you, when I'm done coaching, I'll still be teaching Spanish until I retire. Look at who you're running into. Hey, where's Miss Smith?
Man, what's up? I ain't been on there in a minute.
I started asking this question, and everybody who ever played for me, I could start this, and I promise you they'll finish it. How do I want to feel at 10 o'clock tonight? Have you ever heard me say that? If you got time to, who up? If that's your Facebook post, at 2:45 a.m., who up? You shouldn't be up. Yep, I got you on here. But so far, we had kids, we got a bunch of sponges. I don't feel like there's any kid in there this year who feels like, or even puts off a vibe like, I already know. When he's going through these things and we're breaking you guys down, make sure that you're trying to pay attention to detail. Pay particular attention to detail in everything that we do.
If you're coming out here to expect that you're not going to do any running, then this probably is not going to be the sport for you.
My name is Dantuan Killers. I'm from Portageville, Missouri. I've been coaching for 10 plus years now. I originally got into coaching while I was living in St. Louis. One of my friends was the head coach for the JV team at Lindenwood. I happen to know one of the coaches here, came down, interviewed. I've been here ever since.
This year is a lot different from last year. We had a lot of kids showing up last year, but they weren't really committed because last year was our turnover year where we had lost a great group of seniors, and then it was this new group of kids and they came in, and I felt like it was like they were entitled. I didn't think they were really ready to dive into all the things that it takes to play at the varsity level, and it showed, with 0 wins out of 22 contests. So. When you don't win any games, as a coach, it is the weirdest feeling that you ever had. You feel defeated, not as a coach, you feel defeated as a human. We lost 12 kids to academic eligibility. They were ineligible at the semester because they didn't make the grades to meet MACIA academic standards. So we went down from 33 kids down to, we finished the season with 13. I just started looking at the things that they weren't doing, and it just came down to homework. Then that scares me as a coach because the way you are as an academic student also kind of is a portrayal of how you are as an athlete. The other day I said, I want you to write down all the little things that you can think of that we yell at you guys about. So you can start internalizing what it is that you have to be responsible for. But I had one kid do it, and you probably don't even have to guess who it is. Dante Reese.
Aiden, dance with
He's one of those guys where he's a what you call a glue guy, where the younger kids, they gravitate toward him. If he needs to improve somebody, he always does a good job at saying it to him in the right way, in the right tone of voice, and I think that's important for a senior leader.
Athletic kid. That's, I think, just fast. Just watching him run up and down the court, I was like, just really impressive.
I mean, basketball for me is just the way of life. If I don't do basketball, I don't know what else I do. When I'm not playing for a team or nobody, I just feel like I have to go to a gym. I don't care what gym it is. I don't care if I'm by myself. Like, I'll just go to shoot. Instead of basketball, I just chill. But if I have homework, I do it. But other than that, I just chill in my room, either listen to music, watch ESPN, watch movies, play the game, be on my phone. That's basically it.
Around 3rd, 4th grade, we lived across the street from Well Elementary, and literally every day after school, he's at the basketball court. This is all Dante knows. If you want to find Dante, look for a gym.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there.
An open gym.
Dogs on 3, penalty on 6. 1, 2, 3. Go!
Where's my seat?
Sign your name.
Where's my seat at?
No, it's your practice number.
Right here? Oh, why am I in the... Man.
We gonna win this year. We going far. Central High School, baby. Springfield, Missouri.
We had probably about 44 kids show up, and we actually only cut 2 kids. One of my main concerns is last year we lost 12 kids to academic ineligibility. That's scary. Never seen anything like it before in my life. When you have, like, Jabez, like, to me, he is the best basketball player that we have in terms of skill. He's a kid that he has never played a full season of basketball. He is a senior in high school, and every year he has fought eligibility. It's so many things that he can do, but he can only do them in January. Then when we have Michael, I'll talk about Michael. He was a kid, same situation, sir. These are kids, you know, as a coach, you're like, what if I had this guy for 4 years straight, academically eligible and everyone, how good that kid would be. He'd be great. I hope that all of your experience playing prior to here just kicks in. It's just a game. It's just basketball. It isn't the end of the world. When you get out there, all you got to do is have fun, get off in people's butts and try to win. Do everything you can for your team to be successful. That's all.
Water? You guys, they're in the cooler.
I can't even get mine off the bag. Oh yeah, run me that one.
I got an envelope. Hey, hold on.
It's so many things I would like to see, but our kids, our skill level is just not there. On another level, with the kids we have, it also goes into, there are some psychological reasons why they're not able to perform the way that they should. Because if you ever listen to the way that I talk to our kids, I'm talking more about psychological things than I am about basketball. It was a kid asked, what do I do when I'm scared when I'm in the game? And I looked at him and I was like, son, you're gonna have to ask somebody else, because I don't know. I ain't never been scared while I'm playing a game. I said, that's the whole thing. You are playing a game.
I can't do it by myself, even though I have been, but I can't do it all by myself. Can't win by myself. I need everybody to like contribute at least.
So he's only been able to be exposed to basketball one semester at a time, be it at the beginning of the year or the end. Could you imagine if he had played 3 full years prior to here?
They'll find our way downstairs.
What? My first concern as a mom was the fact last year they have JV and varsity practice first. The freshmen started later, and so those are kids that are not driving. So I was talking to Jaden, and I was like, wait a minute, you guys are just hanging out in the hallway? You got to have time to do your homework. So I reached out to one of the teachers there that I went to school with, and she volunteered for them to come up to her classroom as a study hall. I was concerned because I'm like, 9th graders just hanging out, boys, idle time in the school, that's just, you're looking for something to happen.
We'll go to McDonald's and get fat.
What do you say, J-Vaz?
I blame the school, and I blame the kids. I blame both of them, and I also blame the coach. All they want to do is play basketball, but it's like you a student athlete, and student comes first. We even had it to the point where we was bugging the coach to make us be able to have tutoring right after school before practice so we can make sure they're eligible. They were still failing classes, so it was like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, I mean, you're just going to school. Get your homework done, get it turned in. That's all you have to do.
Academically, I already told you guys yesterday, if I don't see any progress, we got to move on.
To me, it kind of speaks on the school as a whole. There's all kinds of reasons why these kids aren't doing well. And then you've left behind a whole group of children.
Dogs on 3, fellas on 6. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. Let's get this going, fellas.
to learn these lessons that we're trying to give you before we even get to the game. 2 fouls, 2 fouls, 2 fouls. And I told you, you can't help us sitting on the bench. I could put you on the game and you can get 3 fouls, then they're gonna go at you every time. Protection dribble, take care of the basketball. All they wanna do, remember, they wanna overplay the lanes and they wanna run. On 3 Bulldogs, 2, 3, Bulldogs! fine with 67-22. Keep coming to practice, going through the motions. We did all of that for nothing. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's where I feel right now. All that running. I know Coach Childers, he don't even have a voice right now.
I want them out here. I'm watching these guys. You guys are getting...
About the reputation, like you said, when you hear Central and people think it's like the Wild Wild West over here. Like every day you just come in here, just something off the wall going on. But when I say what goes on here at Central is no different than goes on at any other school. If people come in and hear about Central, they think that no kids ever show up for practice. Like we just have 1 or 2 kids at practice every day. There's no discipline in practice. When people really don't step outside of their boundary to actually come and see what's going on here, they just hearsay.
Yeah. But you just gotta understand our kids. They're from a different environment, and you got to speak to them like a gentleman and teach them how to go the right way.
Because when I was in school, Central was always it still has always been like the redheaded stepchildren of the Springfield Public Schools. There was, I think my junior or senior year, they had an article in the paper house called Has Central Lost Its Glory? And it talked about the kids at the school and how like we didn't win games. But I remember the biggest thing was talking about how it's the smallest district in Springfield and how you don't have a lot of people that are coming out. You have kids that are pregnant, you have kids that have to have jobs and help their families and stuff, so you don't have these kids coming out. So then now to hear that again, that impression of Central again, it just upset me.
Come down to the gym and we'll just kind of wait until it's about time to leave. Just so you guys can be there and get yourself prepared and make sure that we check and have everything that we need.
Hey, if you're a senior and you did not get the warm up that we got yesterday, well, I know you didn't. I got yours.
Mine?
Exactly, yeah, I got yours.
So that was like one of our real big pushes at the end of last year, was to make sure that the boys had stuff to make them look and feel more like a team. If you look the part, you'll become the part type thing.
Some kids would have different shorts on even sometimes or whatever. They didn't have the varsity shorts, they have JV shorts. Mm-hmm. It wasn't cohesive at all. We didn't look like a real team, and it just was like hard for anybody to take us seriously.
I've been here 7 years, and we have this mouse on a wheel, and he keeps riding on the same carousel, and you keep getting the same results. Somebody needs to fix what's going on. So I started thinking, what can I do? And it was like at that moment, I was like, I need to retire. And I had several other reasons, but that really just solidified it. Now I have me a 14-year-old who's getting ready to enter high school. So I kind of made a decision and told him, you know, when you get to high school, I'm gonna be done coaching, because whatever it is that you need me to be there for, I'm gonna make sure that I'm there. A couple of years ago, you know, you started thinking about, you know, we're not winning many games, and then we continue to go through the same problems. Every year, when kids get here, it's almost as if we're running a camp for 4 years, a basketball camp where we're teaching them the basics of, you know, how to dribble, pass, shoot. So I started thinking, you know, what if there was somebody in the community who could just get those kids, you know, and start training them when they're young. Who could do that, you know? And I start thinking, well, why don't I do it? It kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone, because I can be at home for my kids. I can come back up here at 6 o'clock or whatever, work with young kids. People pay money for their children to attend these trainings. And I was like, what if it's for free for our kids on the north side? All right, on 3, hard work makes champion.
Malik.
1, 2, 3. Hard work makes champion.
Hold on,
Damn, what you yelling at me for?
Every time you guys get the basketball, you look, panic, you're still trying to drop a pass at the guy's foot with 3 defenders around you instead of looking at the guy who's wide open on the other side of the floor. But the delivery again, right? We can't make that pass, so we're scared to make it. Is that what it is? I'm not, you know, I just want to see something happen, fellas. I just don't want to see. I can't even come close to trying to explain or figure out what we just witnessed. That was a game where you were equal. They were turning over the ball just as much as you were. They were missing just as many shots as you were. They were messing up whatever they were trying to run just as bad as you were.
He doesn't get very emotional very often. His mother died when he was 11, going on 12. And I think that basketball is how he deals with it. He put everything just into basketball, like all his focus, his energy, his anger. He put it into basketball. But then it's worrisome to me that all of this has gone so poorly. Because I don't think that Coach Johnson realizes the magnitude of the way his attitude towards things adversely affects each and every one of these child's lives, you know?
Yeah, because Coach Johnson tells us to do one thing in practice or in the game, then like he'll snap on us for doing what trying to do what he told us to do. He tells us that he said this, like, no, you told us to do this, and it's pointless trying to get your point across because he doesn't want to listen. So I just stopped talking about stuff, honestly.
What did you just do? That's all you had to do. Huh? And then where are you supposed to throw the basketball? Huh? Where did you throw the basketball? We can't be waiting for that to happen every time. Go! I'm telling you what the hell to do. Just do it. Just go and throw the ball, be an athlete, catch it and shoot a damn layup.
And all the plays sound the same. You know what he told us down there? He's like 43, 39, 27, 35, like all these numbers. I was like, what are they? Like, are you kidding? I don't know all of those. Like,
They'll tell us about how they fight so hard to do what it is Coach is asking of them, and when they're doing it, he gets onto them. So it's like, you know, they're trying so hard to do exactly what he's asking, and then it's still not enough.
I'm trying to think of how many college coaches call me. Oh, none. But so I should tell you, you ain't concentrated enough on your basketball. You know, I take it to parents. That's all I think of. What if we came to your job that you're doing and started telling you how you needed to do it, although we have no idea nor expertise about what you do nor how you do it. And I haven't been contacted by a bunch of coaches. You know, the kids are getting contacted a lot of times. With school these days, I can't even call it.
I know he wants more colleges to call him and recruit him, but I feel like a lot of that comes from the coach too. And as a coach, you should want that to be your go-to, like, hey, let me get on the phone, try to make some phone calls for him so he can get some calls, but none of that happened.
This is all Dante's wanted his entire life. He had faith and he held out hope, but now it's settling in that it might not happen.
It's gonna be cool being like having a little last little home. I don't know how it's gonna feel from like the past 3 or 4 years I was here watching everybody else leave, having your family and stuff walk you out for your last little deal in your own home gym. I used to think, why y'all crying, then like junior year came around, I ain't crying. Then I was like, that's what you mean next year. Days already here tomorrow. We got 88 days to graduate.
These two, I just remember Dante Reese as a freshman. I was scared to put him in the game, and he got in there. By the time we had finished the game, we had looked up at the board, and Dante had scored 20 points, and he was a freshman. And he was with a really good group of my kids, and it was my best year. And I'll never forget that. I felt like I had got a gold mine. Jabez Lockett, what do I remember mostly about this dude? I remember I thought that he was never going to be a basketball player because he always got in trouble. And he proved me wrong. He turned out to be one of the most skilled basketball players I ever had here. He needs about 3 haircuts. You need about 3 of them. You need to visit the barber, pay him, pay his family extra money to get rid of some of them things on your head. I bet when your mama tell you, when she tell you to take a nap, you just grab something out your head, don't you?
That was corny.
After graduation, he goes to go to college to play basketball and learn about being a physical trainer. Jabez Lockett.
Bulldog world over here. Rock. This is the breakfast of champions right here. Oatmeal, the variety pack. And our mentality right now, our kids are so beaten up, you know, at this point of the season, our kids are basically like mentally beaten up. You can tell they want to be done, but they also, you know, the younger kids want to keep playing, but like the older kids, they're like, oh, I can't wait till this is over. And you could tell, you know, we have guys, every day we've had at least, but after senior day, 3 seniors weren't at practice. After we lost our senior night. I heard from one, and the other two didn't even give me a reason why they didn't come. You can't sit around feeling sorry for yourself over a game, because in real life, when you have a bad day, you don't get to get up in the morning and say, hey, boss, I'm not coming because I had a bad day. I don't feel good mentally. Uh-oh.
Springfield Public Schools will be closed today, Friday, February 15th, due to the forecast for ice, sleet, and snow.
You know, as a coach, like, where are my guys now? You know, it's really easy, you know, with my college guys, I can keep track of those guys real easily. But I have a harder time keeping track of what happened to guys who played for me in high school, like here. Like, I don't hardly, and that was the things you start feeling bad. Was I that bad of a coach that these guys don't even want to have nothing to do with me?
I just feel like we got better towards the end of the season, which I wish we would have been playing like this, like at the beginning of the season, because I feel like we would have more chances to win. But we got Camden coming up. If we beat Camden, that means we go on play Waynesville again, which that's the game I want to play. But if we don't beat Camden, it's over with. Basketball's done. I just gotta move on.
David, look at
You know what the stakes are, fellas. Do or die, right? When to go home. Big games. As a coachman, I'll be sitting there like, God, this day, how many times I've had this day? If you win this game, you get to go to a bigger game. You win this game, you get to go to a bigger game. And that's where we are right now.
If you have anything left in the tank, anything left in the tank when you leave tonight, you cheated yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Leave it all on the floor.
Yeah, Dante.
These are the moments. You were in control, and you got to stay in control. So when you rip and go by guys and put them in jail, they're going to give you those calls, all right? So when you get in trouble, rip, stay low, pound that ball. You guys, when you rebound, you got to chin it. You got to chin the ball.
1, 2, 3.
Stay together.
Let's go.
start this right now, and we got to stay positive. What you got to do is when you get the ball, they're not speeding us up, so they're not coming to trap us. What you got to do is get the ball, use your pivot foot, turn around, scan the floor. We're trying to get the ball to take off, then when we realize somebody's in front of us, that's where we end up walking.
When I told you all those little things that you guys needed to do, man, y'all did them to the best of your ability, and you damn pulled it off. You damn near did it. Remember what I told you yesterday? Hey, don't let your today affect your tomorrow. You just make sure whatever the hell happened today, you know how if you fight, if you do things right, something's gonna pay off for you.
I was telling him, I said, it's sad for me because in a sense, I want it to be done because I'm tired of watching them suffer. But I don't want it to be done because that means the finality of it. You know, I said, I'm done. And that's, I talked to the kids about that yesterday. I said, it's so hard.
Because people are like, oh, I don't want to go to a losing school, why, I don't know why you're still there. People ask me all the time, why didn't you go to Parkview or something? Because why would I leave a school that actually needs me, that I want to help, that cares about what I do?
Love you, brother. See you, Mike, man. Be good, boy.
Look what I got, hold on. That's the court, and that's the brown one, you know.
You know, they all ate, they all felt like the season was as good as it's gonna get. You know, we'll start over next year, see what happens.
Man, it's my last year. Last one. Finna give me a good to-go box. Finna eat. I mean, I'm gonna miss a lot. The coaching, my friends. It's my last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just been waiting for my time, but I know it's almost over. I'm gonna go to college and everything, do what I have to do, get my education right first.
I'm gonna have fun in there.
Almost made him do this. Almost made him do that.
All right. And then MVP, that goes to Jonathan's friend, Dante Reese. Well deserved. Dante knows when we think of valuable, without him, our wheels wouldn't turn in a lot of situations. You ain't got nothing but future ahead of you. When my son graduates, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is looking for a coaching job. But I made a promise and I said I'm gonna make it happen. Down the road, basketball might be back in my future, but right now, I'm free. I am free from basketball. But fellas, hey, it's been a hell of a year, man. Now come give me some. One time.
Dogs on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Dogs!
4, 5, 6.
Family!